What's up, water signs? Today we are going to do an abundance reading for you. It's way different than anything I've ever done. I've actually had this deck for like almost 2 years now. Never felt called to use it until now, so we're going to do it. It's going to offer you an intention card, a focus and action card, and a daily affirmation card. And at the end of the reading, I'm going to leave you with a self-reflection question and then a little bit of advice from my fave, Abraham Hicks. So let's get into it. I'm going to ask my guides, my galactic guardians, my angels, my archangels, my ascended masters, my ancestors. Please help me to set my ego aside so that I can give the water signs the highest good for them today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I just did the air signs, and they were like really having a hard time. Cards were flying everywhere. I was tripping over my words, not saying things that I was actually trying to say, but other words were coming out. So my tongue feels really tight. Like, you know, when you get nervous, like you have to have a conversation with someone and you're really, really nervous, and it's not like you're so nervous, there's no knots in your stomach, but it's like your tongue feels like it's retracted into your mouth. What I'm being shown is really gross, so I'm not gonna say it has to do with men. But anyways, when it's warm and when it's cold, things retract. I'm done. Whatever. Okay, so I'm just going to pull the cards first, and then I'm going to give you the overall message for them, okay? So the first card you got was the action card, so we'll look into that in just a second. Water signs. Let's see, what is the focus and action card for the water signs, please? And I would grab a notebook and a pen. So that you can write down the suggestions, because this really is kind of a growth reading, not just like, oh yeah, money's coming for you, but like I'm giving you tangible action items to make the goals that you have something that you succeed. All right, so the last card is going to be your daily affirmation card. What is the daily affirmation for the water signs, please? Daily affirmation card for the water signs, abundance reading. It's daily affirmation card for the water signs, abundance reading, please. One card, please. One card. Looking for one specific card here. There we go. Alright, so the intention card that you got is action. The intent that they want you to take is action. Action. They want you to make a plan or a to-do list, and they want you to take action for your wealth and financial well-being, okay? Where is it in your life right now that you can take action towards the abundance and money goals that you want to see happen in 2021. All right, and the focus and action card, like where you really need to place your focus and intentful action, is on growing, okay? So the focus on growing action tips and ideas, you might want to get your paper out and write these down. You can pause it if you need to. They want you to start investing with small amounts. So there's like websites, Stash is one of them. What is the other one? It's like Walnut or Acorn or something. It might be Acorn. There's another one that like, it's not particularly like an investment site, but it allows you to pull more out of when you spend, so that it saves it, or I don't really remember. I haven't used it in a really long time. But anyways, you might want to like look up, Google, and find out those types of apps, because I know Stash you can start for free for like a certain amount of time or something. They want you to set some wealth goals. So really think about what it is you want to bring into the world, and I would do it with an intent for the collective as a whole to grow, because the energy of that right now is being supported just by default. The energy of winning so that others lose, or getting ahead by making others lose, is not supported right now. The analogy for that would be like the Colorado Rapid River and the rapids go one way and you jump out of the little floaty guy and you start swimming the other way. Not really sure who's in Colorado. It would be very cold to do that right now. I think you'd probably die. Don't do that. All right, they want you to review your retirement account. So for a lot of us who are millennials or Gen Zs, we don't, many may have a setup in regards to that, maybe with your family. But those of us who are not of that mind don't know where to start. So I would look up options for retirement if you've been an independent contractor. Because what it's going to tell you is that you want to set aside a certain amount of money each time you get paid. Kind of like when you do for taxes. They want you to automate investment contributions. That's kind of cool. Also very easy. You need to write down that goes in with the wealth goals, right? Let me see if I can show you this. That goes in with the wealth goals. Right there. Exploring your comfort zone. And then they want you to learn about using leverage. Okay, like how they would tell you that the car loses value when you drive it off the lot. Find what doesn't lose value. Create value. Become the value. Find leverage. Be excited about growing, and instead of having a mindset of this is hard, it may not happen, these are all of the ways that it can go wrong. Totally get that. That's survival mindset. Been there. Think of all the ways what you want to come to you could come to you. All right? And I am taking action to grow my wealth. That is a great affirmation to literally write down. If you have a laptop like I do, I have affirmations and little sticky notes all around my Macs. It's pretty ridiculous, actually. So I would write that down. I am taking action to grow my wealth. All right. And the affirmation card that you got is I am truthful, clear, and confident when I communicate. So those who do really well in business are very clear about what it is they're there for. The ones I work with are truthful, and they're confident in what they're selling or what they do. All right. So I think that's kind of, for me, that's what that means, in my humble opinion. So if that resonates with you, awesome, or apply it however you need to. I am truthful, clear, and confident when I communicate. All right. Now, the reflection question for you, still have your pencil out, pen. Am I honest with myself and others about my money situation? Could I communicate more clearly? So for me, I would view this as maybe coming off a certain way and not fully following through with that, maybe on the basis of being worried of being judged, or not being there yet, or whatever it may be. The problem with that is simply, the fake it till you make it thing, is that if somebody is maybe possibly going to do business with you and you're out here faking it and not really actually making it, and someone that wants to do business with you finds out, I, as a business owner, would personally not want to do business simply because I need truthful communication in what I'm doing. So if there are any holes in that where you may have stretched what's actually happening, you want to make sure not to do that in business, because words don't mean anything. I mean, in life in general, but especially business, if your actions don't match up to that. And that's a really good way to kill a reputation. So just be really wary, and the truth that you share, maybe being fearful of what someone else may think. I personally would have others know my truth and judge me all they want, knowing that my truth is my own, than to be so afraid of my truth and be controlled by that one, you still have that risk of somebody finding out, but two, you are never fully living in your soul mission because you're so worried about what your truth may do. And you have to remember that you're always living with that fear of somebody finding out and then spilling it, right? Spilling the tea. So you take your power back when you choose to spill the tea on yourself. All right, let's do well, it's not really an affirmation card. It's just an abundance card from Abraham Hicks' money deck. Okay, I'm just gonna, yeah, all right. I get it. I am developing the skill to direct my thoughts. All right. It's number 28. You might be 28. Added it up and it's a 10. 10s are endings, but also beginnings, right? The most valuable skill or talent that you could ever develop is that of directing your thoughts towards what you want. To be adept at quickly evaluating all situations and then quickly coming to the conclusion of what you most want. And then giving your unidentified attention to that. Undivided, not unidentified, we know. Cheery UFO. Yes, giving your undivided attention to that. There is a tremendous skill in deliberately directing your own thoughts that will yield results that cannot be compared with results that mere action can provide. So what's it saying is, no matter how much you are working and focused on banging it out with the hammer and the shovel and whatever else, however people work hard with their hands. Maybe you curl your hair. I don't know. If you are trying to work harder, but not aligning your thoughts, like your habitual everyday thoughts, to the thoughts that would align you to having those things, you're never going to have those things. So you want to be honest with yourself so that you can be honest with others. And when you're honest with yourself, you can redirect your thoughts and focus to what it is you want. Really crazy. I'm tripping over my words today. It might be the retrograde, not sure. But I hope that this helped you guys. I love you guys. There will be other readings coming out later on. Namaslay.